And those of you in the Zoom room, extra special welcome to the VIP experience of the Thought Leader Lounge. It's a new week, right? And so if I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you before, my name is Sara Connell. I'm a 5-time best-selling author and the founder of Thought Leader Academy, where I have the incredible gift of working with experts and leaders and entrepreneurs to become best-selling authors, in-demand speakers, so that you can 10x your impact and your income with your message. So that's what we're up to. And we come into the lounge every week to get into a higher vibe state. We come into the lounge every week to start the week off and make a commitment that this week gets to be the best week of your life so far. So I always ask, but I'm going to ask again. Those of you on social, put it in the comments. Those of you in Zoom, in the chat, are you available to have a breakthrough this week? Are you available to get activated? That's our current theme right now. We're getting activated into a genius state, activating the intentions behind the content that we write and speak into existence, and therefore activating a ripple effect of positive change in the world. That's the season that we're in. That's the current series that we're doing here on the lounge and on Instagram. Christina's in, Jen's in. I love it. And you can see I'm joined by an amazing thought leader here today. Tara Nolan is going to teach us in just a moment about something that is so perfect and timely, because I'm wearing pink. It's Love Week. Okay, we have Valentine's Day in 2 days. We're going to be talking about activating our content is coming from the heart and speaking from the soul. And so Tara's going to be here today talking about heart-centered sales. So just a couple quick things for context. Those of you in Thought Leader Academy, we're in the middle of an abundance accelerator. So how perfect that Tara is willing to take time out of her very busy schedule and come and share with us today on creating abundance and prosperity from the heart through heart-centered sales. Tara is an expert in this and many other incredible things, like finding your soul calling and turning that into a profitable business. I'm going to be speaking at her event in Milwaukee next month, which is really excited. We get you guys all the information on Manifest Live Milwaukee in March. And before that, Tara's actually deep dive training in heart-centered sales. So she's going to come give us like a crash course this morning on the lounge. And then you can train further with Tara. We'll let you know how to access that longer training. So Tara, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me, Sara Connell. You are an inspiration and you are a life changer. Just even listening to you right now, that why not let this week be the best week of your life? Like, I mean, who else loved that? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, why not? This could be the best week of my life. Like, you're just you're so awesome and magical. And I'm going to bring that magic into my life this week.
Yes, well, let's do it, Tara. I know what you're going to talk about today is going to get us into that activated state, right? And you guys,
Good.
if you don't have, Tara's going to share the link to Heart-Centered Sales, those of you that want to go deeper, because we have her for a little bit of time today. And then we'll also share the link for the activation sequence that we created. It came out on Friday. If you don't have it yet, just put activate in the chat. It's completely free and our team will send that to you. Okay. I'm going to turn it over to Tara now because she's brilliant and we want to have every ounce to get every ounce of learning and inspiration from this time. So Tara, go for it. I'm just going to let you go and we'll end about 3 minutes to the half hour. We're going to just everybody get out something to write with or type on because you're going to want to take notes.
Okay, awesome. So we are going to activate your abundance this week through being in alignment with what your soul is calling you to do, and not just being in sales to, like, yes, we want to make more money, but sometimes if it feels like we just want to make money and we end up coming from that place of desperation or lack. And I think we can all like raise our hand and say it's happened here or there, like no matter where we're at and no matter how much of a good person, each of us are, and we really want to help people, there can still be that can still rise up from time to time. And the problem is that the other person, that your potential buyer, can feel it. So when you are in that place of, let's say, just like, I've got to make more sales, or oh my God, there's a neediness to it. And then that's why you end up hating sales. So I'm actually curious if anyone could, if you could share in the chat, if you're here with us, like, if you love sales, give me a 10. If you absolutely hate it, give me a 1. On a 1 to 10, where are you at as far as with your, like, just your feelings when I say the word sales? Like, where are you at from a 1 to 10? And share that in the chat. Kate is a 0. Amy's a 6. Oh, Lisa loves it. Awesome. Yeah, we've got a 2, we've got a 5. Right. So many people, especially in this realm, actually don't love sales at all. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of 1s and 2s and even 0. So that's understandable because you are doing the work you're meant to do in this world and you want to share a message and you want to make a difference for people, but it feels like sales just doesn't always feel like it aligns with that. Unless you really shift your perspective and your belief system to align. So that has to mean that you really, truly can buy into that sales is service. So I actually am here sharing with you heart-centered sales because I love sales. I do sincerely love it because for me, I've always been in sales. I was in like corporate business sales and a sales manager and a sales trainer, and I was our number one salesperson in North America in my company for many, many years. And I never felt like I was selling. I felt like I was connecting with people, helping people, and just having relationships. I was like, I can't believe they pay me for this because I just like go around and talk to people and get to connect with amazing people. So what if you shifted your perspective of sales, of saying, I'm just connecting with people that I love, with people I get to start to have relationships with. And when you do that, the energy shifts and the other person can feel it. So imagine how it feels, any of you here, if I'm coming to you and I have that frenetic energy about I have to make a sale and you have to work with me and you just have to do it. It's going to be the best. And I know it's a huge investment and it's just the right thing for you to do. You're like, whoa, 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 right? But what if I come with an energy that's like, I just want to connect with you. I want to learn about you. Like, let's just start there. And one of the biggest mistakes that salespeople make that I've seen in my decades of work in this industry is that they do all of the talking. If you're if you want to be on a really powerful, in a powerful sales conversation, then you want to be doing about 80% listening, at least 80, maybe 80 to 90% listening. So have you ever heard this thought process where you might be in you could be in conversation with someone and they do all the talking and they walk away and go, God, that Tara is a really nice person. It's like, I did no talking, but I did all the listening because they just shared so much about their life or something that mattered and you were there for them. So you really help foster deep connection when you do so much listening. So here's the key. It starts out that you want to build rapport in your first like 2 to 3 minutes with someone. And if building rapport is literally like, I'm so happy it's sunny outside today. Like it's just not getting right into it, but or oh my God, Sarah, you look beautiful in that pink, outfit that you have. I mean, from the heart, not like if I don't like her pink shirt, I'm not going to say it. Like so if there's a beautiful compliment or something, or where am I, where are you, Paige, where are you at today? Like, where are we connecting? Where do you live? Just something to getting to know each other, 2 to 3 minutes. Then you really want to lay the agenda so people know what to expect. So if you are there to sell and you start like sneaking it in, it doesn't feel good. It's like she's just trying to sell me something. But if you let them know ahead of time that this is what you're going to be doing, then they're waiting for it. When's she going to tell me? When is she going to let me know? Like, so I really let people know this is what usually works best on these calls. And I will let someone know, I want to look at your current situation and get really honest about what's working and what's not working. So we can see where change needs to happen. And then let's look at your future ideal vision and see where you want to go and what you'd like to change. Okay, now this is valid for any sale out there. I mean, like I challenge you to tell me a sale where this doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if you're buying a car, a house, getting life coaching, getting business transformation work, like, publishing services, anything. You've got to look at where people are at now. Something's missing. They have a problem. and you want to see if you have the solution. All business is problem solution. So where they're at now, it could just be, I don't have a car or I don't like my car. Ideal situation, I'm in the most beautiful, luxurious SUV that still fits in my budget, like, without stress, something like that. So now we apply it to our businesses here. Actually, I'd love to hear more from you. What industries are all of you in? If you could share, like, are you a business coach, life coach, spiritual entrepreneur, heart-centered coach? I'd love to hear who's here with us so I can speak directly to you. Just share that in the chat if you would about your business, and I'll keep going while those answers are coming up. Yeah, the part you like is connections. Absolutely. Yeah, even if you're educating people, they have a need for that education. So here's the key that, again, most salespeople miss, and what really makes the difference between a higher level salesperson and, I'm going to say, an amateur. After being in this for years, I think I get to do that. It's really creating the need. Like, write this down. You have to create the need. People don't wake up every day and say, I need coaching. They don't say, I need a mentor. But they do stay up at night or wake up in the morning thinking about their problem. So when you can help them to realize that what your services are the solution to their problem, you just created a need for your services. But until then, you really can't sell it to them. So I worked for years in the restaurant industry, selling financial services and marketing to restaurants. It was really a different kind of sale, because the person that was coming in and selling wine or selling, food, it's like, are you going to get your eggs from this purveyor or this purveyor? Are you going to get your wine from this company or this company? They knew they needed wine. It was a little simpler. Whereas my program was completely crazy. Like, I'm going to give you dining rewards. We're going to give you money up front. We're going to do marketing for you, the members. It was like, they're like, what? Like, I had to keep it simple for them to understand, as well as create the need of why this was going to help them get from their current situation to an ideal dream vision. So what I did in business then and what I do in business now is the same. I still ask the potential buyer or prospect, if you could wave a magic wand and anything were possible, what would that look like? So in your own way and what feels authentic to you, but it's really getting into, like, dream bigger, ideal future vision. What would be awesome? What would be amazing? Get people into that space of, like, yeah, or, if I could sell this much every month, if my business did this, if my marriage were here, if I could, if you're a parental coach, like, if my children and my relationship looked like this, like, whatever it is, you have to know, and they have to know what the ideal vision is, so you know where you want to help take them. And then you get to be really authentic and in integrity as to whether or not you are the solution. If someone comes to me and they want parenting advice, I am so happy to give that to them, as from my spiritual teachings, in what I do, and studies of ancient yoga principles, and spiritual mentorship I've done around the world. But I'm not going to sell them into my program. I'm a parent, so I've been there, but that's not what I do in my business. So it doesn't feel in alignment. I'd rather refer them to someone that is, right? And then say, so you really want to learn where they're at, where they're going, and see if you are the right fit. And you let them know that right away in the agenda at the beginning. So backing up a minute, you've done the 2 to 3 minutes of rapport. And then you let them know the agenda, which is, I'd like to first look at your current situation as to what's working, what's not working, and see your ideal future vision. Then I'm going to assess whether or not I may be the right fit for you, or if one of my programs can help you. And if so, I will recommend one to you. And if not, we'll still have a lot of fun, and I can direct you to some other resources that will. Does that sound okay? You always want to get their buy-in on this. Like, yes, this is what they want. Yes, they're willing to do this. And then they're curious, like, I wonder if I will be a fit for one of her programs, rather than, My guard's up. She's selling me something, right? So they have this opportunity to share with you. I'm just checking the chat for a minute. Awesome. Yeah. So Sarah, you started with that's the exact question. You started was the wave your magic wand in 5 years. Absolutely. I mean, I still do that in my own life. Like if I could wave a magic wand, what would it look like this year or next year? Like I love to dream. It's really what part of my business is all about, helping, people create businesses where that empower their dream life. But in my business, I use sales strategy and structure to get there. But it's really all about the dream life. Like that's, utilizing your purpose in your business in the dream life. So I want to draw out in my potential clients if they are aligned with that. I want a person that's open to spiritual thinking, open to dreaming bigger, and wants to build a business, because otherwise they're not a fit. So I share this so you can do the same when you're having these conversations and see, you're just discovering. That's why some people call it a discovery session. You're like the doctor sitting back with your little, paper and pen here, listening to the symptoms and seeing, like, tell me more. Is there anything else? Is there anything you've left out? Those little words are magic because people will open up so much more. I mean, I do it again and again and again until it's uncomfortable. Well, it's not uncomfortable for me anymore, but it might be for you at the beginning. But you literally, because I know how the magic that comes of that, right? Like when you just ask people, is there anything else? Okay. So you've looked at rapport, agenda, current situation, and you've asked them the questions. Is there anything else? Anything else you'd like to share? Then you go into what's your ideal future vision if you wave a magic wand. And then I ask my 3 magic questions that I usually share only in my own magical manifestation mastermind. So my 3 magic questions are, and these are game changers, write them down. On a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to your dream vision? And I wait. And if they tell me they are a 6 or even an 8 or even a 9, I say, let's talk about that. I don't go any further. I only want to work with people who are committed, because those are the people who are going to invest with me. Those are the people who are going to invest with you. And those are the people that you can really get results with. I don't want to coach someone where we're both banging our head against the wall, just waiting, hoping something happens, right? I want people that when I give them a recommendation and say, this is what your steps are this week, this is what you need to do, that they're going to show up and do it. Like, don't you guys, right? Like you want to make a difference for people. That's why we're here. We're like, want to follow through on our purpose. Is 9 too low? 9 is awesome, Lisa, because it means they're really committed, but they're sharing with you. There's a little bit of fear. There's still an objection. So this is your chance to uncover the objections before you make the offer. Don't make the offer when there's still objections in their head, because their objection is probably, I don't know if I can really do it. I don't know if I can invest in this. I don't know if I have the money. I don't know if I have the time. Time, money, belief in themselves. And really all of them come down to belief in themselves. Like that's really what it is. But time and money seem like logical, even though they're also excuses. Because we can all figure out how to create more time. We can all figure out, like, when your dog is sick, you figure out how to get the money. When your roof's leaking, you figure out how to get the money. So there's always a way if it's a 10 out of 10. So you want to uncover why they're a 9 out of 10. So it's a great place to be. And then I literally ask the person again, okay, after we've handled the objection. I don't have time to go through all the objections with you now. I would love to. And actually, I'm going to share this link now so I don't forget. This is a link that you can join me for like a 2-day, half-day workshop, February 20th and 21st, where I will go more deeply into all of this. We really handle it, and you uncover your own limitations, that could be holding you back in sales and in your own business, because it's the same thing that your potential buyers are going through. Belief in self, and there's all kinds of things going on in our brain. And you have to understand the psyche and do the work on yourself in order to be able to do more of that with others. So in my heart-centered sales workshop, it's just like a $97 like low ticket, but it's really high value. So if you can make that work, please join us. Okay, so now we're going to, you handled the objections. Number 2 of the magic questions is the time now? They have to be ready, and they have to admit out loud to themselves and to the universe, yeah, shoot, the time was yesterday. The time was last week, last year. Like just bringing that to mind, at the forefront of their mind and in their heart, they'll feel it. Yeah, the time's now. I can't wait any longer. I can't keep up. I can't keep doing this. So, but if they have a real reason, you know what? No, the time's not now. I'm not ready. Well, then don't make an offer. You're just going to feel like it's not going to work for either of you at the end anyway, because for some reason, like, if something's really going on that the timing's off, sometimes on a very rare circumstance, the time might be off. Very, very rare. I mean, like a few percent of the time, 3% of the time. So usually timing can also be an excuse. I think you want to listen to what the person has going on. Like, hey, I'm having a baby next month. Like, okay, let's start after the baby's, like, or do you want to start now? I mean, it's up to you, but like, I'm leaving the country for a few months, and I can be working while I'm there, or I can, that might be something, or I'm in another course. You can do it while you're in another course. So you want to uncover that, ask those questions. But if they're really firm on, it would be perfect timing if I could just start in 3 weeks. Great. Then you already know that, and you can already let them know that's possible. I can't start till next year. Then you've got to uncover, like, really, this is next year. There's going to be more stuff going on. Okay. Number 3 of the magic questions, so we have time, is, can you do it alone without a coach or mentor? And go ahead and insert yourself in there. Don't be afraid to do that. Like, be bold. Like, I will literally say, can you do this alone? Such as without a transformational business coach guiding you. So they realize, no, that is the person I need to help me. Once they know, they're a 10 out of 10, and they know, and now Spirit knows, they're a 10 out of 10. The time is now, and they can't do it alone. Now they're ready to buy from you. And then you still don't need to share the price. You just share, okay, this is what I would recommend for you. And again, come from the heart, be real. Like, I have a lot of offers. Like, I don't know if any of you do. So like, I have my mastermind, I have my workshops, I have my VIP day. I have my retreats. I have like a retreat in Bali. I have different things coming up. So I have to really go into my heart of hearts and say, what would best serve this person? And you really want to offer them only one thing. And then you say, this is what I would recommend for you. And it's the magical manifest, it's the Manifest Live Milwaukee, where Sara Connell is speaking. And I have another speaker coming talking about getting paid on stages. Sara Connell is talking about your best-selling book. I'm going to be giving you a condensed version of building your soul business, creating success on your terms with a foundation of fulfillment, freedom, and finances, so you can rise in your purpose. I'm going to be peeling back the curtain to how I built a 7-figure business in a short amount of time, and really guiding you with your money mapping to know how to reach your ideal client, how to create the revenue you're looking for this year, in a playbook that you can walk away with as a clear roadmap to creating the success on your terms that aligns with your soul calling. So I'm going to say, this is what's going to happen. Day 1, day 2, day 3, I'll tell them this is what it is. Or if it's a program, you'll say, this is what's going to happen. You're going to walk them through the journey. First, you're going to arrive. We're going to start Wednesday at 9 a.m. We're going to be in session from 9 to 5 with an amazing breakfast and lunch. We have Money and Motivate mocktail party on the rooftop that afternoon. Tuesday's a full day from 9 to 5 with a bonus session at night where you tap into your intuition. And then the last day, day 3, we're going to be ending early in the afternoon, wrapping it all together so you can walk away with that playbook. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? Does that sound like something you're looking for? Again, say it in your words. So, bottom line here, I'm getting to the end of my time. And the bottom line here is that I still didn't even tell you what it costs. I found out if they wanted to do it. Yes, I would love that. If they're already like, no, I don't want it, then you don't. So there's more to come. Click on the link for Heart-Centered Sales. Let me know that you got it and the link's working. And join me for 2 days, 2 half days, just even a few hours a day. And let's really get into this and take you even further so that you can just be at that point taking people's credit card and you're done. But right now, today, after this little bit of 25 minutes we spend together, you're good to go. So you can go out and be selling today. Reach out to your ideal clients now, creating abundance, and use this framework. And I would really love to hear your results as well. Yes, it's a 2-day masterclass. It is recorded, but you do have to click the link and sign up. And I think, look at the landing page. I think we only share recordings with the VIPs, and then you'd have a bonus workshop with me. So check that out. You're so welcome. It was awesome to be with all of you. Hey, join me, Heart-Centered Sales, or join Sara and I in person live in Milwaukee in March, because that's going to be really fun too. And we're going to give you information. And Sara, thank you for having me. I hope this was helpful for all of you. And I hope you create abundance beyond your dreams this week, because
That's right. Best week of your life so far. I love it. Can we give Tara some love? All of you on social, put some hearts. Those of you in the Zoom room, let's give some love and some hearts. We're so grateful, Tara, for you to come in and train. Who feels like you could either add something, double down on something, approach your next conversations? What if you take the word sales even off the table if it has stuff for you? What Tara taught us is about connection, relationship, authenticity, integrity, and heart, right? So let's all use something, whether it's the magic 3 questions, I wrote them in the chat for you, whether it's starting with, right, it's about service and generosity, which is why Tara and I align, because we share that value system. And I'm so grateful, Tara. Thank you so much for giving us a sneak preview of your deeper training on heart-centered sales. It's really powerful. And those of you in Thought Leader Academy, we'll be together today at 2 Eastern, right, in the Abundance Accelerator. And you can use what Tara generously shared with us to work on your abundance creation this week. All right. We've got to let go of the idea that we're asking people for a favor, or that's not the way any of you here, mission-driven, amazing leaders that you are. This is about true service, true integrity. As Tara said, she's never even going to make an invitation if she's not the right solution, right? And that's just exactly the philosophy in our company as well. So we're really grateful that we got to have this conversation on Love Week, Heart-Centered Sales for Valentine's Day. So let's give each other some love. Let's make this the best week of our lives so far by giving in a bigger way, having our hearts open in a bigger way, and knowing that you already all know you're here for a purpose. So you don't have to question, like, if what I do valuable, is it needed? Yes, but when we come from this place, like Tara taught us, it's going to really open up new doorways. It's going to explode possibilities, and it's going to eradicate any of that imposter syndrome and self-doubt. That's my experience of heart-centered sales. So Tara, thank you. Everybody go out and have an amazing week, and I'll see most of you in TLA 2 o'clock today for Abundance Accelerator. All right, you guys. Mwah. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you, Sara. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Tara.